This is a segment from the JustRPG.com podcast. If you enjoyed this, you can check out the full podcast link in the video description below. Enjoy!
So, do you think that RPG storylines are ever movie quality? Do you ever think they're good enough to make a TV show out of, or something like really, really there, and more than just a video game quality story?
I mean, I think they're better than movie storylines.
Why do you say that?
Because, I mean, with a movie, you only have such a short amount of time to convey a specific message, but if you're playing a video game, you have all this time to get your whole message across, and like all these great side stories of every single little character that you've ever met. And with the movies, it's all about what will please people the most.
Okay, what game would you say would have a movie quality?
Alright, damn. You know what? Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. That movie was pure garbage. Yes, I know.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm going to have to take the opposite opinion while you think of that. I think that most of the time, like even like your B movie has a better storyline than most RPGs. There are, I guess, a few exceptions that maybe you'll think of, but I think like Daddy Daycare does a better job of telling a story than most RPGs.
Name one.
Like one game that's worse than Daddy Daycare?
Yes.
Okay. Like almost any. Like even Xenosaga, which is designed to tell that story. It's cutscene after cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. Like the whole time, I just can't wait to get to combat. I'm never like, wow, this is a great movie. I'm never thinking that. You know, maybe it's just me. I'm just not absorbed in there. But I always think they're like subpar. Like the twists are usually corny. I'm not too involved with the characters. I'm usually more involved with characters' appearance and like actually using them in combat than I am with like their backstory and what quests they're on.
Maybe that's just you as a person.
I mean, maybe it is. and which is why I kind of like when games don't tell you too much, like Zelda. You're kind of just like, oh, I'm Link. I'm saying the things aloud to the TV, looking like a crazy man, but I don't have to listen to Link being like, you know, telling his side and his feelings. I don't. I want to experience it myself.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess so. Jeez.
Well, then what game? You know, is good enough? What game has a better storyline than Daddy Daycare?
Kirby has a better storyline than Daddy Daycare.
But really, I think the whole form of like the art form of a movie is better at telling a story than a video game ever could be. Maybe it's because they're too long. You know, you have to like dumb down a little bit. I don't know.
What?
Well, what game?
I'm trying to think. I would definitely watch a Dragon Age movie. I would watch a Zelda movie. Are you kidding me? But Link couldn't talk.
Alright, I guess, let me put it like this. Would you rather watch someone play Dragon Age? Or would you rather watch, we'll say like an average movie? Like, would you rather watch someone play Dragon Age? Like, you can even cut out the combat. You can fade out when the combat's happening, right? And it will just go to more story. Would you rather watch Dragon Age, or would you rather watch, you know, whatever's in theaters right now?
Yeah, I might just watch whatever's in theaters right now.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it makes it does a better job.
I guess so.
I mean, you can have the opposite opinion. It's okay, but it's just the way I see it.
Am I gonna have to rethink like my whole life now? Like, what have I been playing?
JustRPG Rethink your
Dude.
entire life.
Are all the games that I really like, do they have really bad stories?
I mean,
What's
I
happening?
sometimes get excited about storylines in games, but when I try to take a step back and look at it, I'm like, really? Could I have just watched an anime and gotten? I guess anime is probably a fairer comparison because of the length and you'll play a 60-hour RPG. You can watch 60 hours of anime and it'll be a short series, or a pretty long series. So you know.
Oh my god.
So when I look for an RPG now, I look for one where I'm more interested in the actual gameplay than I am with the story. I rarely buy games for story. What happens is I buy a game like Fire Emblem Awakening for 3DS, just excited for the tactics combat, and then at the end I'm like, wow, that story was actually not bad, but I buy it for the tactics. I don't buy it because I want to see what Corrin's up to. I don't care. I don't care what happens to Marth. You know.
Oh man. Well, Mass Effect had a great story. It was a beautiful, just sci-fi adventure.
I guess that is a more story-oriented game, but the combat's more of like an in-between.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think games can have enjoyable storylines that are fun to watch and even more fun to play. But do I think they're movie quality? No. Which is why I'd say make sure you like the actual gameplay. You like the combat. You like going through menus if it's involved. You gotta like that. I wouldn't buy a game just for its story.
Oh my goodness. I'm having an existential crisis. Somebody help.
It's a powerful topic.
I mean, not really, but I'm just being dramatic. I want to look through all of my games to see what I've got that's like a good story.
I mean, now that I'm older and I'm a collector, I have a lot of games, it's hard for me to jump into that 60-hour RPG with a long storyline that's complex because I got a lot to play and I don't want to, kind of spend that 60 hours when I could, be playing an hour of this, an hour of that. I could be playing a tactics game while I'm doing homework, something like that, which is kind of what I look for now.
Hold on, Phoenix Wright.
Okay, that is a very story. I think they made an anime out of that.
They sure did, and it was really bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that is one but that's kind of, maybe it's like the fact that it's a mystery game.
Damn it.
You're investigating. I mean, that's a good point. Maybe some games are decent. I guess visual novels. I'd hope that visual novels are near. I haven't played too many, so I don't think I've played any, really.
Yeah, I've never played a visual novel. That sounds fun.
Yeah, maybe that is good. I watched Steins Gate anime, which is based. It was originally a visual novel that did so well that they made an anime series, and I love the series. And I've always considered picking that game up, but that's something you'll never find in the store. It's something you just gotta order.
Yeah.
And it's not $5; it's like 20 something. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's a great anime. Maybe it's a great story. Great visual novel. Maybe that would get me into the genre. But I know there's some on Vita, so maybe. Again, I haven't played them, but maybe those are what gets close to that quality. Kind of playing that novel form of a game, kind of like an adventure, a point-and-click adventure, even. Maybe.
I love those. Those are great.
Did you see that Warcraft one that
No.
never was released, that leaked? They planned it was before Warcraft 3. Blizzard had made this like kind of after Warcraft 2 visual novel where like you're Thrall, and it's like point and click around.
That sounds really awesome.
But adventure games were kind of in decline, so they didn't release it for whatever reason. But recently it leaked.
Yeah.
You could play it if you want to. They also did some weird stuff, like they killed off, like in that game, Thrall kills Deathwing in like a silly way. So I guess it would have kind of spoiled their future plans. You know, they killed off a lot of characters.
So that's not canon.
Well, it never came out.
Okay.
So I guess
Technically not.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, if you like that stuff, that's definitely something worth looking into.
I will.
All right. Any last thoughts on this topic?
Baldur's Gate had a good story. I'm lying. I have no idea what the story was. I really just liked running around and fighting.
I think that game captured the combat aspect of D&D very well, because that's a D&D
perfect.
Game. But it obviously can't. I haven't seen a game that really does like everything else D&D does in terms of like the role playing itself is kind of hard to emulate in a game.
Yeah.
Create. But yeah, that's also a game. But movie quality story?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Definitely not. I don't even remember the story.
Yep, me neither. Played the game 10 times, can't remember the story.
Yep.
Alright, so why don't we move on to the next topic?
All right.